I'm Chelci. I would just like to tell the family that I'm truly sorry, and especially Liz Brown, and I know it doesn't matter how many times I tell them I'm sorry, shit won't bring her back. But I wish so bad I could. I'm just sorry from the bottom of my heart.
Matthew's hands will forever be stained with Kristina's blood. I know he will be judged for what he has done. I speak for many people when I say that Chelci should be judged the same. If going to trial is what it takes, then so be it. There's no excuse for what she did, or in this case, what she didn't do. Chelci was fully capable of calling for help. Her fingers are not broken, and her voice works just as well as mine. With Chelci's own written words, she said that she loved Kristina like she was her own daughter. If she cared for Kristina at all in any way, she would have done something. I know there are plenty of perfect families out there who would have given their lives for a beautiful child like Kristina. I'm not saying that Chelci should have been a hero. Sitting back, watching my daughter die, doing nothing, is unacceptable to me. And those who thought that this whole sentenced so leniently, her spending 5 years on probation is not enough. She should not be allowed to walk around with nothing has happened. Kristina Hepp with her loss.
I think what everybody here is looking for is some justice. Granted, Chelci might have not been the hands that took this child's life. She was there and she was aware of the circumstances. If it was me, if it was anybody else, what would I expect? I would expect some justice. That's what we're looking for.
She saw this happen. She saw what was going on. And she chose not to do nothing about it. She needs to be held responsible for something more than just 5 years probation. Last time I was in front of you, was a good day because Kristina's father only got Kristina back. She was having a very good time, very healthy, playful, much better mood, talking to everybody, talking to me twice a week, better environment, and you even agreed on that at the time you give us Kristina back to Matt Rowland, back here where he lives. But why it happened, I don't know. We'll never know. Could it have been prevented? Yes. And because of me, I almost want to take full responsibility. But in my heart, at the time, I felt it was right to take Kristina from her mother. And at the time, everybody agreed with me. It was good, it was fun. She was having a great time. But now, she's no longer with us. I regret that. Well, could things have been done different? Maybe, maybe not. No one can look into the future and see.
Chelci, under the most difficult of circumstances, almost being chastised for meeting with law enforcement, met with law enforcement on several occasions, cooperated fully, totally, to the complete satisfaction of the state. She has expressed to me in her own words what the circumstances were like in this horrible place that she found herself having to live. The circumstances did not allow her to move to Kentucky with her natural father and had to leave her home. And unfortunately, this monster was the only person that she had any connection with. She did love this child. She did work. She did encourage him to call for medical treatment of this child. She herself was subject to physical abuse by this monster. She tried on several occasions to leave the house, ostensibly to smoke a cigarette, but actually to try and get away, to make a phone call. She had no car, she had no keys to his car, she had no cell phone. When she went outside, she was immediately attacked by this monster and brought back into the home.
You just find some way to deal with it, but you never get past the pain. And I don't even pretend to say that if there was some sentence I could issue that would help you get to that point, that would be fine. But you know as well as I do, if I issued a sentence on this falls of 5 years or 500 years, nothing would lessen the pain which the family feels, and for the loss of a child. And rightly so, because the child is so dear, so precious, and the loss is so profound. I am going to adjudicate you to be guilty of the felony offense for which you stand accused and for which you have entered your plea. I am going to accept the agreement that the state and the defense have negotiated, because I do know there are good and sound and solid reasons for it that I could not convince anybody are necessary, but it's not my job to convince anybody else. I need to know that I am doing what I believe the law compels me to do and allows me to do in this circumstance. I sentence you to 5 years of state probation. There are several special conditions. Ms. Singer